Back for the third time. NBA Junkiez. Here with two of my closest friends. Troy, Abe, I'm Big Meech. We just be talking shit, talking hoops, talking what we know. We know hoops. We know basketball. Shit, we all been playing for it. Damn near most of our lives. So.
You gonna keep calling yourself Big Meech?
Yeah, sure. I'm Big Meech.
Somebody might come see you about that, man.
I'm saying, hey, I don't want no smoke with the real Big Meech. But,
hey,
you know.
I'm glad you said it.
But the good news is, my name actually derives from Meech. So, unlike some people who, just straight up take the name, I don't know why.
Respect Big Meech. I don't want no smoke.
Hey, man, what y'all been up to?
At first it was a hobby, now I pray it changed my life. Hear the passion in my voice when my vocals hit the mic, nigga. Hear the passion in my voice when my vocals hit the mic, nigga.
Pimping, hustling.
Hear the passion in my voice when my vocals
doing what
hit
I gotta do.
You trying to get the Rico on? Don't get hit with the Rico.
It's just jokes, just podcast jokes, guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I only see this dude with cash. I ain't never seen him like with no debit card or nothing. Just cash. So
I have pulled out the little, you know what I'm saying? The little black card a couple times.
My nigga Abe with the Blazers hoodie on today. You a Blazers fan?
He ain't no Blazers fan.
Hey, that's what I always say.
Hey man, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it been from the get go.
You was a fan in the B-Roy days. You changed, dog.
Cause he looked like B-Roy, so he was a Blazers fan.
What man? I like the Blazers.
You like B-Roy first.
How yes, you know?
That's really how it all started.
That's how it started. Yes or no?
I actually liked Jared Bayless.
Come on, bro.
That is true. He did.
Wait. Jared Bayless wasn't no Blazer before B-Roy.
I know, but I'm just saying, like that's.
So what were you? Were you a B-Roy fan first or a Blazers fan first?
Blazers fan.
Why?
Because I've always been drawn to that team. I remember they had Bonzi Wells, Rasheed Wallace, Scottie Pippen. Like they had a little squad.
And they got beat out by.
They did.
You guessed it.
What school did B-Roy go to?
Washington. Yeah, I got a certain love for, Washington player from the Northwest. It's a lot of hoopers out there.
Where did that come from?
To be honest with you, like I didn't know the players that I was drawn to, the styles. Like I didn't know that they were from Washington until later on. Like. Because I liked Nate Robinson,
Jamal Crawford,
just that type of they had like a different type of game, like a more saucier game.
Yeah,
they was tough. They could shoot.
They definitely have a certain play style. There. Players.
It's like a mixture of LA hoops and like East Coast.
You're like New York, street hoops.
It's a mixture. Yeah. And I was drawn to those type of players, and then I found out like Nate Robinson went to Washington. Brandon Roy went to Washington. Isaiah, Tony Roten.
Terrence Ross.
Yep, he went to Washington.
So those are all your guys too. Huh.
Yeah. Terrence Ross is actually from Portland.
Let's get all right. We know Abe was a Blazers fan. Troy, who's your team?
I'm a Thunder fan.
Like this season or like
every season?
Are you sure?
What do you mean? I'm not sure.
Man, I remember you used to go for the Cavs. We
didn't have a team.
The Cavaliers?
I was a Cavalier fan in 2003.
Then you was a LeBron fan, right?
Because he played for the Cavs, yeah.
All right, and then you switched to the Thunder.
Yes, because we got a team.
And then last year, you even said that the Clippers you was rooting for them.
I said I was rooting for them to win.
Why would you root for them to win when the Thunder were in the playoffs?
Because we weren't going to
win. Neither was the Clippers.
They could have won.
They could have.
All right.
They had a better chance than the Thunder did.
So, OKC Thunder,
yeah, that's my squad. For sure.
All right, bet.
O-Town, stand up.
Shout out to 405. We already know I'm a Laker fan,
Know how.
Look, I'm a real fan.
Hey, so am I.
I'm honest.
But I'll say this. I haven't been keeping up with, the Blazers as much as I should because I texted y'all about it. Sometimes watching the Blazers stress me out
It frustrates you.
because I know how great they can be but at the same time, like watching them is just like sometimes you see players not in their spot. Sometimes they don't know their roles. Sometimes Dame is kind of just not lollygagging, but he's just kind of sitting back, waiting, you know. And that's irritating to me because I know he can take over a game from the get-go.
Man, shit, how do you think I feel? We went through me as a fan has gone through 2 rebuilding phases.
I think that's why I like CJ so much because, like, right from the tip, he's going hard.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean?
No, I get what you, now that we're the best, obviously, still, you know.
Hey, Blazers,
I'm saying, you know, we got the best player in the world who don't show no signs of slowing down. It look like LeBron is just look like he's 26, not 36. Like, are you watching him? Like, what are you thinking? Like, when you see him play?
That's how you segue. That's how you segue right there.
I mean, it looks like he's kind of bullshitting around with players, like mocking them almost, just doing whatever he wants to do, doing step back fadeaway threes, deep threes, stuff.
One-legged threes.
Troy texts me.
I feel like
he texts me talking about, you see this dude doing one leg. I'm like, I mean, yeah, because he did 2 of them back to back.
I feel like once the league picks up, once we get around the playoffs, I don't know if he's gonna be doing that type of stuff, but it's cool to see. It's entertaining to see. And then, I mean, LeBron, like I said, LeBron is one of the GOATs. He's, especially at age 36, seeing him do this stuff. Like, not a lot of players can say that about themselves, except Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan.
What about you, Troy?
I seen a report AD came up to LeBron because LeBron was shooting one-legged threes in the middle of the game. He was just shooting like one-legged threes. And then AD was like, they had ended up winning the game. AD went up to LeBron. Well, he went back to the huddle and he was like, ain't nobody gonna say nothing about this nigga shooting one-legged threes? And he was like, LeBron was just like, man, I don't give a fuck.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, look.
So look, I say that to say this.
Is it 10?
As impressed as I am with LeBron and his level of play, a part of me just wondered, because, you know, back before LeBron was an MVP, before he was a champion, before all of that, think about 2007, think about 2008, 2009. Think about the criticism LeBron used to get. What did they used to say about him? Y'all remember? Why he don't go in the post? Why he got to improve his free throw shooting. He got to improve his jump shooting.
Yeah.
Killed him. They killed him because he wasn't improving. I think it's weird that all of a sudden now he's like getting better. To me, because I think kind of what Abram was saying, like he's a freak. You know what I'm saying? I think of LeBron, and this is why I've been so hard on LeBron. I think this proves that LeBron never worked just as hard as we thought he did. I'm just keeping it a bill. Right, I'm gonna tell you why. Like I said, back then they used to say LeBron, he need to work in the post. He need to work on his jump shooting. He's 36 years old and now he's finally shooting above 40%. And shooting one-legged threes and like messing up, talking about I don't give a like, you know what I mean? Like that, to me, that proves that he wasn't working like as hard to like really improve his game.
Oh, that goes back to.
But I think now he's at the age now where he's like, okay, if I don't, I'm gonna be looking stupid out here. And so he had to.
That goes back.
I think it really goes to show what type of freak LeBron really is.
Yeah, like just a natural gift that he's got with his, you know, his athleticism, his body. How he ain't even really aging like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's out there playing like a 29-year-old dude.
But nonetheless, it's impressive. It's highly impressive that he's 36 and he's improving.
Okay. Do you think that this is more so based on him taking care of his body for all these years, right? And now, because his body...
hard for that nigga to get hurt, bro. Have you seen him?
Well, hold on, hang on. There's been plenty of players who's been his prototype.
Who?
Or close to it.
Ain't nobody had no LeBron prototype.
I said close to it.
No, ain't nobody had it.
Man, shit.
Who done been close to it?
Close to it. You remember
Who?
No, because when I start naming, hold on,
you about to say some crazy.
Hang on. When I start naming players, y'all are gonna be like, "Man, that nigga's trash." But yeah, but I ain't talking about their talent. I'm talking about them having length, size, athleticism.
Who? You better say Michael Beasley.
Okay, Michael
never
Beasley.
got hurt.
Man.
Hang on, wait. Okay, Mike. Thank you. Cop out. Michael Beasley.
What about him?
He's not as good as LeBron. He has.
Nobody say anything about being good.
Bro, LeBron
We talk about
James and Michael Beasley do not have the same bodies.
I didn't say they had. I said close to it.
But look, even then, how often was Michael Beasley hurt? You didn't see
That's
Michael
what I
Beasley
said.
get
Is it
hurt all
more
the
so
time.
LeBron taking care of his body all these years? So now he's healthy, right?
Hold on, man. But I said though, because when you said that, I said it's hard to get hurt when you got a body like that.
That you took care of.
No, when you're just have a body built like a barbarian. It's hard to just be out there.
Michael Beasley had a body built like a, but he didn't take care of it. Maybe I'm not saying
he
Michael
didn't get
Beasley
hurt
did.
much. That's the thing.
Michael Beasley did.
Yeah,
man, Michael. What do you think? Listen, but okay. My point is, at this stage in your career, you have to redefine your game, right?
Yes. 100%.
Kobe did it.
Yes.
Jordan did it.
Melo did it last year.
Oh, hey.
No, Melo didn't do it.
Did it
Melo
last year.
did it.
Hey,
but hold on, Melo has
No.
he's been like more of a skill player.
Vince Carter did it.
I don't think Vince Carter did it.
What?
He was just a freak athlete, and he just rode that to the wheels.
I mean, he always been.
He really became a jump shooter.
Yeah.
In his later years, he became a jump shooter.
Okay, but all right, cool. Vince Carter, let's throw him in there. My point
Not
is,
Melo.
Russ need to
Melo
learn how to
still
do it.
tries to play the same way.
My point is,
But that's the thing. Melo is always been a pretty much. He's always relied on his skills over his athleticism.
he's never relied on athleticism. So look, my point is, before I get off, LeBron he redefined his game into a point guard and a 3-point shooter now.
He played point guard his first year in the league.
He did.
Okay.
He's always been a great passer.
Okay.
He's always been
the
floor
We're not
general.
talking
He
about
always
his
played
rookie.
the floor general role.
We ain't talking about his rookie.
He's
year.
always played the floor general role though.
Okay, but I'm saying he redefined his game into a point guard.
Let's talk about players.
Look, I'm gonna give you credit for that because he did lead the league in assists last year.
And now, hang on. And now he's leading. Now he's not leading. Shooting over 40% from three is because, and like Abe said, he out there fucking around, like bullshit. He's still making winning plays.
Yeah.
But these are stuff that he couldn't necessarily do before because he didn't necessarily have the skill set to do it because he didn't have to. He could rely on his athleticism. Like, you remember when he was texting the other night and you was like, this nigga shooting one-legged threes, right? Yes. And I texted you and I said he just did two of them. Who did he hit those threes over? Was it Plumlee or? He had 2 step-back threes. I think it was over Plumlee. Yeah, in the same spot.
His step-back is so weak.
And it was one leg in the same spot. So I'm saying that's a 1-0 situation. When you think of LeBron and Plumlee guarding him, you think of a blow-by, right, at the bucket. Not a one-legged step-back three. He's doing that now because
he don't care.
Or he not necessarily going to use
it himself.
Okay, but I'm saying he not going to use that energy right now. So maybe he don't care right now because he not going to use that energy to go past Plumlee and dunk. Right now, he can hit the three. So fuck it, he gonna step back and shoot that hoe.
Let's talk about the players who wasn't able to take that step as a veteran in the league, like who didn't develop a skill to keep them,
Like the players who crashed and burned?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or who might.
Oh, it's too many to count.
There's one of them that's, man, it's bad when it's
Russ,
bad.
I feel like Russ is one of them players
that's it.
that needs to develop some. I'm not saying he don't have skill now, but he needs to develop like a solid mid-range game, a solid post game, or he got to develop his three.
Well, his mid-range is solid. It's really solid.
But he needs it off of a screen.
Solid?
Have you seen his?
No. His mid-range, when he gets in that little
high elbow, get to that high post.
But that's the thing.
It's like almost automatic.
But that's the thing. He needs to get there. How do you get there? And I think the great players find a way to get to their spots, right?
But it's not just getting there; it's how he gets there. Right. For him, that's what makes that shot.
He needs that screen.
It has to be in transition, and it always is a stopping pop. Yes. It's not just like a catching like jumper. Like he needs a rhythm. Yes. He has to have rhythm, and it has to be a stopping pop. Yeah. And there's only two ways to kind of get that.
I feel like Derrick Rose
transitioned and off a screen, like
transitioned into a nice solid veteran, like because his early game was pretty attack the basket, use your athleticism, and make plays. And then when he got hurt, that's when he started developing that mid range, that 3-pointer. Like his whole game changed.
It changed. Like,
and now he's not getting hurt as much.
Yeah,
he's putting up numbers like that's. You gotta have, for the young players out there, you ain't always gonna be young and athletic. You gotta develop a mid-range game, a floater, a 3. You gotta have something because you're gonna lose that eventually, and you're gonna end up getting hurt if you keep trying to use it as a 30, late in your years.
And he actually just got traded.
Yep, to the Knicks.
To the Knicks, Tibbs.
He's back at home. When he's with Tibbs, he's at home.
Tibbs is creating,
he really is.
That's gay.
Look, whenever...
No homo. What? Hold on, what?
Wait, what? Gay? Wait, what?
He said it was gay.
What'd you say?
I said when he's with Tibbs, he's at home.
What? Come on, bro.
Look, man, I'm sorry.
Look, anyway, Tibbs is going... Hey, if there's one thing about Tibbs, he's going to make a Bulls team wherever he at.
Hey, what'd you say? He's gonna finish the job on D-Rose's knees? Yeah. You always used to say that. He's gonna grind his knees into.
Oh dust. Yeah, somebody said that he's gonna grind. Whenever he got to Minnesota, they said that Tibbs was gonna finish the job and grind Derrick Rose's knees into dust. But
man, look, this trade makes no sense.
They don't have a point guard.
Because they traded him.
I'm gonna let you go second this. Talk about it. Why does this trade make no sense to you?
That they had? He said it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. First of all, to him.
Oh.
Derrick Rose is no starter in this league. First of all. Second of all, not on a winning team.
Okay, good.
Second of all, why are you trading young assets for old veteran backup players? I'm confused. Like, it makes no sense. Like, and this is just bringing me back to the same point why I always come to with the Knicks. What are you doing? It's just that simple. Like, what are you doing? They traded Dennis Smith Jr. and a pick for Derrick Rose.
Dennis Smith Jr. wasn't doing shit. He was doing nothing.
They benched him so bad that he asked to play in the
He's athletic as all get out, but
so he can get some reps in and stay sharp.
Now, look. This is my whole point, though. Y'all saw what he was doing when he was in Dallas. He was a good player.
And
you watch what he does in Detroit. He's going to be a good player. My point is, I always say New York is where players go to die. Literally. That's where players go to die.
So you're saying this doesn't make sense for New York or for both teams?
No, the trade doesn't make sense because, again, it goes back to what I was saying about New York. Just they have no direction. First of all, they already had Dennis Smith Jr. and Frank Nikita, and then they drafted R.J. Barrett. Why?
R.J. Barrett is a forward.
He's a wing.
He plays small forward.
No, he don't. Yeah, he's a guard.
He can play the 2 or the 3.
And they had him playing 1.
No, I don't remember that.
They didn't have much of a choice. Who is their point guards, like I said?
Dennis Smith Jr.
He hasn't been playing well, though.
And they have Emmanuel Mudiay.
Frank Nikita, he's barely in the rotation.
Mudiay don't play for the Knicks right now.
I said they had Emmanuel Mudiay.
And Frank Nikita is he even in the league?
He's still on that team.
But that's my point though. They have no direction. They don't know what they. That's my point.
So why are they trading for Derrick Rose? It makes no sense. Aren't in the playoff race. They're doing a lot better.
They're not about to do nothing.
They might not do nothing, but as long as you.
All right. Okay, look. Think of it from I'll let you go, and then
they're right there on that playoff bubble. Like they're knocking on the door of the 8th seed, and they have some bright spots. RJ Barrett has been hooping. Julius Randle is having a career year.
Yes,
he definitely ain't dying. He's playing great.
All-star.
And adding D-Rose in there, that's more firepower, that's more defense, that's more of a veteran lead. That's something that they needed was some veteran leadership, I feel like.
Yes. Who can still play.
Who can hoop. Yeah. Like it's some veterans
you look, then what?
It's going to bring him more wins.
And then what?
They maybe make that 8th seed.
All right,
and then what?
Hey, hold on. If you're going to keep that logic.
No, for real. Let them finish.
I'm just saying. I mean,
they make the 8th seed
to make the playoffs, right?
And then what?
And make a run.
You got to start somewhere. Just like your team and just like your team.
No,
you got to start
don't
somewhere.
put us in
No.
We have direction.
Oh, direction.
What is the Knicks' direction to make the playoffs?
Thunder ain't got no direction.
And Derrick Rose is going to be the one to make it happen.
Everybody's goal is to make it to the. If you don't want to win and make it to the playoffs.
So you think the Lakers' goal is to make the playoffs?
I think their goal is to win the championship, but first you have a goal to make the playoffs first. Like, come
on.
Last
year their goal was to make the playoffs.
That's what they said. That's what Anthony Davis said. Yeah,
we just want to make the playoffs.
The year before they didn't make the playoffs.
But that's what a goal is.
He said
that's what a goal is.
If you're not reaching for the stars and trying to at least make the playoffs.
Exactly, reaching for the stars. So
you think
we're talking.
I mean, you think the Knicks are reaching for the stars by wanting to make it to the playoffs?
No, that's my point. They're not reaching for the stars at all.
They are trying to make the playoffs, bro. That's why they just made that move.
How is reaching for the stars making the playoffs? That's my point.
Okay, so the point of this analogy is the stars are further than the moon, right? So we're saying the stars is a championship, right? Because the saying is you aim for the stars land at the moon, right?
I guess.
That's the expression. Are you saying that the Knicks aren't doing either, or are you saying they should go for championship or bust? What are you saying?
I'm saying that the Knicks have a constant issue of just no direction in general. I don't think that they even really are saying we just got to make the playoffs. I just think they're just doing stuff willy-nilly. I think it shows.
You think with Tibbs there, you think they're just doing stuff.
I don't respect Tibbs, first of all.
You don't respect Tibbs?
I don't respect Tibbs.
Why?
Because I don't think he's a good coach.
You think he's a bad coach?
I don't think he's a bad coach. I think, first of all, if he was black, he wouldn't be getting all these jobs like he do.
Who do you respect more?
He always got a job.
Who do you respect more, Tibbs or Antony?
Well, at least, look, I'm going to keep it a bill. I respect D'Antoni more. And I'm going to tell you why. At least D'Antoni has systematic, but I appreciate what Tibbs brings to the game, like defensively and like what he brings out of his players. I respect that. But when we talking about X's and O's and knowledge of the game, I respect D'Antoni far more.
I mean, I get what you're saying. Okay.
So you respect him more offensively?
No, systematically.
Okay, I'm just saying Antony has a system. It's never worked. But
it has worked. He never won a championship, but they have been successful off of his system.
Tibbs got a championship.
Highly successful. Huh?
Tibbs has a championship as assistant coach, but he was a lead assistant.
We're not talking about assistant coaches.
All right. Well, look.
A ring is a ring, is it not? I mean,
that's how he got.
He hasn't led a team to a championship.
But that's how he got in these head coaching jobs.
Okay, and then what?
Look,
exactly. He hurt Derrick Rose, ran his knees to the ground.
He didn't hurt Derrick. Look, I'll give you my take on it. I think that the Knicks are in a playoff hunt, right? They're going to make the playoffs this year. Julius Randle's going to be an all-star. They weren't even playing Dennis Smith Jr., unfortunately.
So they really didn't lose anything. Right. That's my opinion.
But that's the problem,
and Derrick Rose... That they didn't lose anything?
No, because they weren't playing him to begin with.
He hasn't been producing. That's why they're not.
Whatever. Because that's my point.
No, look.
It's the Knicks.
It's the Knicks.
Watch what Dennis Smith does in Detroit. That's my point.
Okay, that's fine. But at least they made a move that's going to help the team. This is only going to help their win percentage. Tibbs and Rose together has proven success.
I think y'all missing what I'm saying.
It doesn't matter.
I get what you... No. It does matter. Because this is a constant issue of the Knicks crashing and burning. We see how James Dolan treats the fans, right? He's kicking the guy out because he told him to sell the team. Banned him forever. Kicking Charles Oakley out of the stadium.
Legend.
So we're talking about Knick Hall of Famers
So it's more of a problem in the front office than it is.
It's a problem in the organization. It's a constant issue. So, and then you got players, like I said, who just go there to die. You got players who just they don't buy in. And I understand what they were trying to do is Tibbs was like, look, let me bring in a guy who I know I can trust. I get it.
Derrick Rose.
I get that.
It's only gonna
but
help
the issue is Derrick Rose isn't going to do anything for y'all. And y'all traded away a pick and a good young player who could be improving in your program and play there for the long term. But your system is so messed up that y'all couldn't get him to buy in. That's my problem with them. That's my problem with the Knicks.
Sometimes it could be a situation where he's just not a good fit for that coaching.
I think it was more of a situation he just got beat out of that position. Elfrid Payton has been hooping. I'm just saying.
You know Elfrid Payton ain't better. Why, bro?
Look,
I'm just going to say this.
I agree with you.
Just like I told y'all about Denver.
Like, I feel
watch
like,
what Dennis Smith does in Detroit.
I feel like
playing time.
But Elfrid Payton is a solid point guard.
Just like he had playing time for the Knicks at first. And they stopped playing him. It's hard to get that's what I'm saying. The Knicks, they don't know what they're doing.
Okay, but
they were playing 3 players at point guard.
Okay. So
they were taking away from his minutes. He couldn't build any confidence. They didn't even trust in him to tell him, "Hey man, you got to keep."
Okay,
nothing.
so you're more.
And now they are mad because he checked out.
We gotta know more.
So you're more upset that the Knicks let go of Dennis Smith Jr. versus them picking up Derrick Rose.
No.
Okay. Do you think Derrick Rose is going to help them?
I keep saying this. I'm upset again with the whole way that the Knicks are running that organization as a whole. It's not just about Dennis Smith. It's how Dennis Smith even got to the bench for them to even feel like they needed to trade him in the first place.
All right.
For Derrick Rose.
Do you think Derrick Rose
who probably got maybe 2-3 years max in the NBA?
Nah, he has more than that, man.
Look, that's my opinion. He ain't going to be the savior for the Knicks. They aren't going to win a championship. They're not going to get out of the first round. It does nothing for them this year. Why would you trade away a young talent for that? Why would he? Why? It's just the overall issue with the Knicks.
Because Abram said it. They needed a veteran leader. And
they're trying to win right now. They're trying to find.
They're not.
No. They're not trying to win right now.
No, they're trying to make it to the
playoffs. Right. And Obi, their rookie, he said that Derrick Rose contacted him and was it Julius? I think he said when he got traded, he texted them and said that he's coming here to mentor them and help them grow. So the New York Knicks have a plan of direction. They want to develop their young core, and Derrick Rose, they feel like will be, because that is Tibbs' guy. Tibbs can trust Rose.
The Obi dude hasn't even been playing a lot, has he?
He's getting more. I think he got coronavirus at one point, but he's been playing well, getting more minutes here lately. But the point is, I mean, look, I say this about all the teams who are the mediocre sub 500 teams. Your season is a bust anyway because you ain't going to win. But for the Knicks fans out there, I would be happy with this. If I'm a Knicks fan, I'm happy.
If getting Derrick Rose and making the playoffs make the Knicks fan happy,
make a Knicks
that's
fan.
a step in the right direction.
Hey, I'm happy for y'all, man. If y'all happy, I'm happy for y'all.
Look, as sad as it sounds.
No, that's terrible.
What can we do about Nolan? We can't get. He's gonna be there. That's his team. There's nothing What
do you mean we? We who?
There's nothing that we can do. You mad at Nolan?
The Knicks fans.
I'm not mad at James. Hold on, you mean James Dolan?
Yeah.
I'm not mad at him.
You're mad at the whole Knicks organization for what they're doing, how we got to.
I'm saying this just goes back to how they're running their organization.
All right, look, we're spending too much time on the Knicks. Fuck the Knicks.
Hey, shout out to D-Rose, man. Do your thing.
Shout out to D-Rose.
Hey, as long as the Knicks fans is happy.
Yeah, they happy. They gonna make the playoffs.
They got D-Rose, yes. Okay. Now we're on our way.
I mean, look, it's a step.
The hell out of here.
It's a step in the right direction.
Yeah. It's a step.
Step all the hell they want to. 2 step, 1 step, all that. All damn night.
All right. Man, there's a couple teams this season that was kind of disappointing for me. not disappointed, but they haven't met expectations as I thought they would. The Miami Heat being one of them, I don't even think they'll make the playoffs. And two, this team is heating up, but they're still like should have been like a top 3 seed in Toronto Raptors. Obviously, they got Kyle Lowry on a 1-year deal. I think like it was like something crazy, like 1 year, $50 million or something, some shit like that.
Kyle Lowry 1 year, $50 million.
Yeah, it was something crazy like that.
No way.
Nah, I can fact check it. Look.
They must be out
no
of
way,
their mind, bro.
No, because
they won the championship that year, but still,
that's highway.
Maybe $15 million.
No, it wasn't a 1 year 15.
50.
It was my bad, 1 year 30.
That's still too much.
That's a $20 million difference.
Okay, shit. 1 year 30. All right. They signed him for 1 year 30 because the year before that they signed him to like a.
So the Heat,
it was like a 3 year 100, and then once that ran out, they signed him to the 1 year 30. So obviously he's done in Toronto after this year.
Oh yeah, I mean they might resign him.
Nah, they would have gave him a long-term deal if they wanted to keep him.
They don't want to give him that kind of money.
I feel like Kyle Lowry is one of them players who like builds relationship within the organization.
Yeah.
And like they love him so much that they be like, man, we gonna keep him around. Like
if they do
get close, they be inviting him over for dinner and stuff.
That money is gonna, okay, I get it. If they do resign him, that money will shrink. 2 times the amount.
Well, this is what's gonna happen. Because I don't think they're gonna trade him.
Okay.
Because nobody wants that. Nobody wants that contract. So what I think is gonna happen, I think the season's gonna end. I don't know if they're gonna make the playoffs, but once season is over, they're gonna give him they're gonna offer him like 10, 12 million.
They're gonna reconstruct his contract and have him there with the team, and he gonna retire there and end up being like a mentor. That's what I think.
So do you think they should trade him or no?
Do I think they should?
Right. I mean, because I don't think that they're gonna be the best team in the East. I don't even think they're top 3 best. Do you think they should trade him? Like, what could you even trade him for? To bring in a piece that's going to make you that much better?
I think they should. I think they should try, but the thing is, I don't think they can.
Right.
I don't even know who you could even who would even be dumb enough to take that.
Who would give up a valuable player for Kyle Lowry? Kyle Lowry he's still a solid player. He kills. He's a Laker killer, always has been, but. I wouldn't give up. I can't
think of any team that would do that.
You think? Would you, if you're the Raptors, do you trade Kyle Lowry or do you?
I would try to, but like I said, nobody really wants to take on Kyle Lowry.
30 M's.
I mean, look, it's an expiring.
They're one of those disappointing teams. Also,
yeah, they're
Pelicans. Or did you even have any expectations for the Pelicans?
I thought that they'd be.
They kind of had a cool little young nucleus.
That's why they're trying to break. That's why they're shopping JJ Redick.
Maybe they could do a signing trade.
With who?
Kyle Lowry?
Well, like a team like New Orleans or something.
I think Kyle Lowry will be really good in New Orleans.
Lonzo's trying to get out. Maybe they can get.
That will be really.
Or
good.
Eric Bledsoe.
Eric Bledsoe's with the Pelicans. He had him. Eric Bledsoe was.
He starts too. That was crazy, man. Yeah.
Wow.
Eric Bledsoe gonna get his money and his burn. I still don't know why Milwaukee signed him to that crazy deal like a couple years ago. You remember?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
That was,
we knew that was the end of that.
I was like, what in the world? Eric Bledsoe.
And he was playing good at that time.
Yeah, he was.
And they signed him, then he started
They were just kind of off of a,
They was in the moment.
Yeah, they signed, re-signed Middleton, so they was just trying to.
Man, what if the Suns, I know the Suns are good in a pretty good seat, they're in a pretty good position now, but I wish I could have seen what Dragic and Bledsoe and Isaiah could have done, that 3-headed point guard monster. I want to see.
I think they were ahead of their time. It was ahead of their time because
I didn't give a damn about that.
I'm just saying, I would have liked to see it.
Hang on, they were ahead of.
They were fun to watch too. They were selling tickets. They knew how to win with each other.
That's when Barry Bledsoe that's when he was actually playing like baby LeBron.
Yeah. Dragic was doing his thing, and then
Dragic.
Isaiah was coming off the bench doing his thing too.
That's a scare, bro. That could have been a really good team. They
gave up to it too early. They gave up on it too early.
They didn't give up on it.
No,
Yeah, they did.
players
No,
gave up.
Dragic.
Yeah.
He wanted more shine.
It wasn't enough balls, to pass.
But he still was having a good.
Whoa.
He was
What?
having a good year.
There wasn't enough balls. Pause.
Hey, no, you can't pause that.
Yes, I can.
It's one ball. It wasn't enough ball to go around.
There wasn't enough shots to go around for
You
Dragic.
gotta just straight up say no homo. You can't even say pause.
Pause.
Who else is another disappointing team right now?
Hey, yo.
The Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Mark Cuban hasn't made a trade yet. This team, and you seen what Luka said like last week, like he don't like losing like this. He's not used to being on a losing team. You know what I mean? He's like EuroLeague MVP, all kinds of shit. Like he's not used to losing like in this fashion. This is only his fourth year or third year? Third year, and he's like a vet now. He's like, I'm tired of losing. You know what I mean? Which is crazy.
Well, because he's been playing professional.
Right. So that's a disappointing team. I already said the Miami Heat. The Wizards, I expected a little bit better for them, honestly. I think it just might be the Wizards. Like, just the organization. Like, it's just, they need to restart all the way over. Get rid of Bradley Beal.
And Thomas Bryant went out. That hurt them.
Right, that hurt them a lot. Thomas Bryant, former Laker, shout out to Bryant. Hope he recovered fast. Miami Heat.
Let's stick to the Wizards.
Yeah.
Should Bradley Beal want out of there?
I've been seeing who was it? Somebody was gearing up to try to make a move for Bradley Beal. It wasn't the Heat.
It was the Clippers, I think I saw that.
No, it was somebody else. I'm trying to remember who it was. Or actually, I think it was the Heat.
Should Bradley Beal want out?
I mean,
if you're Bradley Beal, do you want out?
Why not? I think I would want out if I was Bradley Beal. I would want to be on a contending team.
If I'm Bradley Beal, I'll let you go. What do you think?
I think the Wizards have shown that they're not really willing to build around Bradley Beal. Because they haven't. He's been out here like busting his behind. He's putting up the numbers, but he don't have a supporting cast.
I mean, they made that move by getting John Wall out of there, like to open up more. I don't know if it was to open up more space.
I don't know what that was to do. I mean,
but
they didn't.
They really
that just had to do with the fact that they didn't believe in John Wall anymore.
He did.
So
say that
Bradley Beal is their man, like. But maybe is it not not enough money to go around? Like they do got some big, Russ and Bradley Beal.
There was plenty of money. They signed Bertans to that crazy deal, like 80 M's or some shit.
And
like
he's
that.
not playing that well. Well, he's playing.
Not 80. I told you, bro. You don't remember what I was saying? I said this year for that free agent money was one of the worst years since like that 2016 year. A lot of people getting these bad contracts.
I think it's time for Bradley Beal to play for a team to where, he can get the respect that he deserved. We seen over the last couple of years that he been actually, nudged for All-Star. He's not getting some of the respect that he deserves because his team isn't good enough.
I love the way Bradley Beal plays. Man.
He's a great player. He play hard.
He defends.
He
got the mid-range game.
If he go play for a team, I would love to see him in Portland.
Hey, sorry, CJ, but I would take Bradley Beal over CJ.
What?
Wait a minute.
Bro,
Hang on.
I know y'all not going to go back to the James Harden thing.
Okay, yeah, all right.
I know y'all going to go back to the James Harden thing.
Explain, please.
Bradley Beal and James Harden are two different players.
Yeah, they are.
And I feel like what we need we need a two-way player. We don't need another playmaker.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
We need a two-way player and somebody who can stretch out the floor and create. And Bradley Beal would fit perfectly with that. Like I feel like his demeanor, his personality would fit.
It would fit with Dame more.
Yeah,
so I get what you're saying. Yeah,
and that's more. There will probably be a better defensive team. And I'm not saying that CJ is a slouch on the defensive end. He's just kind of on the smaller end. He goes out there and he hustles and plays the best defense that he's capable of. But like Bradley Beal brings length.
You see that video of James Harden, like him and DeAndre Jordan, like. I mean, I don't know, man. This whole,
I feel like KD is their leader. When KD comes, like, when he comes back, for good, I don't know what all that extra stuff is.
Speaking of, KD is their leader, yeah.
Yes, and they play totally different with KD there.
That NBA, that shit was so weird. Troy texted me. Well, I called him. I think you called me. Or did I text you?
I think I called you. And I was like,
you watching it? And I'm yeah. I'm like, what's going on? I was watching something else. I was watching the Nipsey shit. The thing. I was like, yeah, I forgot. Just turn it on. Yeah, I looked at it and I'm like, hold on. So this nigga, they let him play. So this is from what we know.
He didn't start though.
He didn't start.
No.
Because they were waiting on a test, right?
They were waiting on some results.
Okay, so they were waiting on some results. They got his back, and they said he could play.
I won't even say they got his back, but they came to a ruling that he could come and play.
Okay, so then he played a whole half.
Correct.
And then out of nowhere, they said
in the third quarter,
somebody who he had contact with had inconclusive or positive results, and so they had to pull him from the game, but let everybody else play the game that he just had contact with during the game. Did that make any sense? Like,
I don't know.
What you think about that?
That was weird. That whole situation was weird. And then he tweeted about it like,
free me,
yeah,
or free 7. I think he said free 7.
That whole situation was weird. I mean, you hit it right on the nail. Like, how you gonna not? Like, y'all might have just canceled the whole game because he had contact with everybody at that point.
That's what I said. I called you. I said, why didn't they just cancel this entire
I think it's
game?
deeper than that, though.
Talk about it.
I think it's deeper than that. I think first of all, it was a televised game, a nationally televised game, and we know how the NBA and Adam Silver are about these nationally televised games. He already reached out to the NBA. Well, we reached out to all these teams saying, hey, nobody's sitting during nationally televised
He's
games.
like, I don't care if y'all are low managed.
If y'all want to low manage, fine, but none doing nationally televised
do it against
games.
the Bulls or some shit.
Right. And so the fact that this was a nationally televised game, NBA asses are already on the line with the CBA and these channels getting this TV money. You know what I mean? The views are probably down, especially they see KD ain't playing or whoever. Whenever people start turning off these channels, these channels are keeping track of who's tuning in and how long they turning in, because that money, it can go up or it can go down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think Adam Silver, he knows what he's doing. I think that's what this had to do with. It all had to do with
dollars. The bottom
dollars.
Line.
Yeah.
Once they got a good half out of it, they were like, all right, you can't play, nigga.
Well, I think they were like, man, should he play? They were. Look, we can't.
They were on the fence about it, and they decided to put the bottom dollar in front of.
And once something came back and was like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Like something conclusive came back that you shouldn't be doing it. Then they were like, okay.
Because they knew better in the first place.
And I think that shows how irresponsible the NBA is being about all this. You see how they're trying to force this All-Star weekend. You see how players like LeBron James and De'Aaron Fox are coming out against the All-Star weekend. And you know what I mean? Because it's all about a dollar. We're in the middle of a pandemic, and they're trying to see niggas slam dunk competition. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Well, we was setting up, and we both got the alert on the Bleacher Report on our phone. It was like
yeah, they're trying to do a slam dunk competition during the halftime of the All-Star game. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's all
like some AAU type stuff.
It's all about the dollar.
They're trying to get everything.
And I think with this whole thing is they just put so many people out. Think about, they put all of KD's teammates, coaches,
staff,
refs, the other team players, coaches, all at risk because of the bottom dollar. because they wanted KD to play. They didn't want it to affect their bottom line.
You know what I noticed? You definitely have like a not more so of a conspiracy, but like a deep. It's deeper than that. Like every like episode, like it's something like we're talking. You like, nah, it's deeper than that. It's like a conspiracy theory. You are out of all of us. Troy is the conspiracy theorist. Like we always be like, he always looking at like through something through his third eye. We looking at something like just
straight up.
Yeah, what it is. So we definitely gotta set something aside for you to get your conspiracy.
Yeah, we need a conspiracy segment.
Yeah, facts.
You need to have the X-Files theme music or something like that.
Facts. Man, I think that's I don't know if there's really much else going on right now. Anything y'all got anything, y'all want to shout out your Twitch, Twitter?
Well, last podcast I know we was talking about the Super Bowl. I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think me and A both said. He said don't bet against.
I thought I said it would be 32-14 or something.
And you was pretty. That was really close.
Because y'all was like, what? 32-14, Kansas City. Like, hey, that's what I feel.
But you also did say that you said I ain't gonna bet against Tom Brady or something like that.
Yeah.
And I said that it was gonna be like 49-41 or something like that. And I also said Tom Brady to go TB12 winning number 7. And you said
I don't even remember. I was wrong.
What won't be the first time.
What did y'all think about the halftime show?
The Weeknd, there's more memes than there is the actual performance.
I think that's unfair.
That there's more memes than actual performance?
Yeah, I think.
But the memes are like disrespectful though. They're funny.
Well, like people aren't really giving him big like ups like he supposed to. Like he went out there and did his thing. I think I seen a report. It said that like he spent an extra $1 million on his of his own money.
And I think it was for that.
For his set. And that set was dope as hell.
It was when he was in the car and all that, and like just the whole thing was dope to me. I enjoyed it. Me and my girl.
It was kind of evil.
That's
evil. Hey,
that conspiracy theorist Troy. Look,
what was evil about it?
Yeah, it was like. And then they started dancing like when they was dancing on the field. No, and I was dancing on the field, and they had them lights on their hands, and he was walking through like this.
Come on, man. He was just like getting hyped,
No, he was not. He was like walking through like.
Look, this was an investment. People who do Super Bowl performances go on to make a lot of money after this.
He's gonna blow up even more now.
He's already a superstar, but he's gonna be like on TV and
I feel
he's gonna be a household name now because everyone watches the Super Bowl. It's a national holiday.
Right? That's so crazy, bro. Like. Weeknd used to be a dude who didn't even do interviews.
Nobody
he used to not even do interviews.
I remember my homeboy Shane. I had seen him post on the weekend, and I'm like, it didn't have a picture of nobody. It just had the balloons. So I'm like, what is this? I thought it was a band.
Remember, we didn't even know what Weeknd looked like.
Yeah.
Right.
We didn't know
Nobody
what it
knew
for the longest.
I thought it was a band, and it's funny in the comments. Some people who didn't know was like what is a Weeknd? Like, is this one person or a band?
And now, we see this dude, at halftime. That's crazy.
Now we got the nigga on our NBA Junkiez podcast.
Right. Hey, I see what Drake was trying to say.
I'm talking about you.
Hey, I'm the weekday. Call me the weekday.
Look, hey.
You ready to be the weekday or the weekend?
I mean, the weekend is took, so I'll take the backside of the weekday, brother.
Fair enough. Yeah, I gotta see a side-by-side comparison.
Punching that clock for the white man on the weekday.
You got much of a choice right now, man.
Look, I'm saying on the weekday, you punching the clock for the white man.
Yeah, I know it. I still ain't got much of a choice, brother.
Well, I won't say you, but literally.
We working on that.
Look, we all ain't rich.
I didn't literally mean him. I just mean most people during the weekday.
But like I said, we are working on it. I got some things in the background.
What you got going on? What you got going on?
We actually created that all together a while back, 3 years ago, and it's just kind of been on the back burner. And I just decided this year, I'm gonna go with it. I'm I had already made some designs, and I had some help and some development, and they put them on some shirts, and we got our first 2 shirts out. They're $20, and we got 2 colors, which is black with the red lettering, and then red with the black lettering, and I got a little Facebook shop, you know.
We definitely gonna put that link in the description. What you got going on?
Man, like I said, just pimping.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
What you got going on that's not illegal?
No, but on the serious note, yeah, Troy on 10, you know what I'm saying? I just been working. Finna drop the album soon this year. Finna drop some videos. Finna drop the single. You know what I'm saying? About to re-release the clothing line I actually started last year, which is Pilot Company clothing. So we about to get the website up on that. So we about to go global on that. So yeah, man, that's what I've been working on.
Good, man.
And pimping.
Yeah, that's it. And if anybody, you know, we definitely like to, you know, like anti-Pilot, you know, if anybody, you know, any of our, you know, viewers have, you know, anything that, you know, you guys want, you know, to help put on the map, you know, we definitely are more than willing to, you know, help each other, you know, grow. You know, that's really what it's
Yeah, we'll sponsor you. Your ad could go like right here.
Right, exactly. This could be you.
Yeah.
Right here. And we can do that every episode. You know,
Facts.
just send the stuff to us. We'll wear it, you know?
Yeah. Facts. Easy. Y'all got shirts, clothes y'all want us to rock, we'll rock it.
Facts. All right, man. Well, until next time, you know, we'll be back next time with episode 4, right?
Yes, sir.
We'll try to do 2 a week, or at least 1 a week.
Yeah.
We'll try to do 1 a week. The next thing that's coming up, we might be back before All-Star break or after. What y'all think?
I think it's...
Because All-Star break is next weekend. Or this coming weekend, right?
It might be before.
Okay. So we might be back before. So y'all be easy. I'm out. Big Meech. Abe. Troy. And we see y'all next time.
Peace.
Can't plan for rainy days, so I stay 10 steps ahead. Looking at my ceiling as I lay inside my bed. Scenarios play in my head, feeling so close to the ledge. All the places that I've been won't allow me to be misled. Cross my T's, dot my I's, on my quest to beat the odds. Call it reporting live when I illustrate these rhymes. The finish line is in sight, but that's all in due time. Can't rush where I'm going, sit back and enjoy the ride. That's the beauty of life, careful where you get advice. Split second thinking crucial, certain shit you can't rewrite. At first it was a hobby, now I pray it changed my life. Hear the passion in my voice when my vocals hit the mic, nigga. Hear the passion in my voice.